Good afternoon on this very sweaty day in the UK. Got a really wobbly stand. I need to sort it out. That's why everything I do, it starts really wobbly. Right, let me invite my guest, Elizabeth, the self-proclaimed menopause guinea pig. Oh, she's waiting in the wings. She'll be here any second. This is going to be good. You're going to like this one. I had the good fortune of bumping, somehow finding Elizabeth on Instagram some while ago. There she is.
Hello, my lovely.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You look radiant, by the way. You look all sun-kissed and radiant.
The sweat.
Sweaty and radiant.
I'm not complaining. I'm not doing that British thing of going, oh, it's a bit hot, isn't it? A bit too hot now. It's either been freezing this summer, isn't it, or really, really wet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Really, really hot. So, yeah, I'm loving it. We've got lots of people joining us, which is wonderful to see you all.
Fantastic.
So this is great to have you on. I've been really looking forward to this one. I haven't really thought of a plan. I loved what you just said to me on the chat. We're just going to have a little chat for about half an hour on. So Elizabeth has been doing all sorts of things. Can you just introduce how on earth you kind of ended up doing everything that you're doing now? Because it must be taking up quite a lot of your time. How did you kind of fall into this?
It's hard to explain. I'll try and make it nice and brief. Basically, it's born out of a deep anger that I stumbled into perimenopause, not knowing what the word was, not knowing what was going on, thinking I had an autoimmune disease and was losing my mind, and very frustrated that I feel that women throughout my life have advised me, whether I've wanted them to or not, on any number of things, and yet no woman said, by the way, there's this potential shitstorm coming up. And so I basically decided I wasn't prepared to kind of grit my teeth and get on with it. I was going to try out everything there was out there. And I'd already tried a huge amount of stuff before I joined Instagram. And then it just went bonkers because everybody was going, do you want to try this? Do you want to try that? Do you want to? I was like, yeah, go on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Menopause tea. Yeah. A magnet. Yeah. Go on. Yes. All of it. All of it. I'll try it. Distance reflexology. I'm in.
Yeah. You have tried all sorts of weird and wonderful therapies, teas, treatments, breath work, yoga,
all sorts of stuff, guided womb massage.
That's it. That was what I was thinking of. I was trying to think of, you've done all sorts. It's just been brilliant to watch your journey from the sidelines with all of your audience just kind of going, oh yeah.
What's she going to do next?
What's she doing next? I might give. It's that kind of thing that we like to do where we're just like people watching and we just want to see how you get on and then maybe we'll give it a go.
Yeah, and that's what the whole thing is about. Whether you think, it's complete and utter lunacy, at least hopefully it opens up a discussion and gets people talking, going, I wouldn't bloody do that mouth taping, or mouth taping is the best thing I've ever done. It's fascinating. It does get people talking.
Yeah, and you get all sorts of comments, don't you? You get people that are really, really into things, or maybe just have never even thought of it, so it opens their mind to new experiences. Other people that don't really go with whatever that particular thing is that you've tried. But I love that because it's about that open discussion, which there isn't enough of. I love seeing other people's opinions, good and bad, of things. Yeah. So for our chat today, you made me laugh with that last little message you sent to me. You've got a little. We're going to do a little bit of show and tell, aren't we?
Show and tell, yeah, definitely.
A little bit of show and tell, because it's the summer holidays, and we're going to miss that whole show and tell thing with the kids. Although mine are a little bit too old for that. The things they want to show and tell me now, are really things I don't want to know. But what have you got for us if the topic of show and tell was wind,
which is my favourite topic?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think I can go back over every single live I've done and I somehow managed to talk about epic wind. So the first thing is something that I'm sitting on, which is a fart cushion.
Now this is a new one for me.
So my husband has named it the Guff Muffler, and it is just a normal cushion, but this has a charcoal lining. So the idea is that you sit on this, maybe in the car at pickup time, for the kids, and you've got half an hour and you're pumping away. The idea is that your wind passes through the carbon lining. However, you must adopt a certain position where you keep your legs together and you ease your wind out slowly. Otherwise, it doesn't work. However, I've not been able to adopt that position of legs together and wind out slowly. So the guff muffler has not been particularly successful for me. And obviously, it does nothing for the sound.
First thing I'm thinking is, how did it's the testing of this, you know, before it went into, you know, went into production. There's definitely something here. I'd love to see how they actually kind of from a distance, how they tested that out with different people sitting in different positions.
Well, I wonder whether it is, whether they have the information, because it's Shreddies, a company called Shreddies, and everything has in carbon lining. These are the absolutely delightful undercrackers.
I'm watching, I'm going to write these down because I might have like a whole list of tags afterwards. So Shreddies for the cushion.
Yeah, and it's a British company, and the name comes from what the squaddies call underpants in the army, because their underpants get shredded from all the marching. So these are Shreddies, and by the way, I'm never ever paid to promote anybody. I bought these pants myself. So humongous, but the gusset, which is my favourite word, has a carbon lining. So they're perfectly comfortable. Now these totally work. I have done many experiments myself wearing these undercrackers, and you can put them on and it passes through. No, it can't, again, nothing to do about sound, but no smell.
This is amazing. I love that. And where was the cushion from?
All Shreddies. These are all Shreddies.
I
haven't found another company that do fart filtering technology.
I don't know, I shouldn't be giggling, it's not funny, but farts is one of the things that I will always laugh at.
Yeah, and they are funny, but the thing is, if you've got Crohn's or you've got something that, you know, really means that you can't control your wind, I should think these are an absolute lifesaver. These are magnificent. These are pajamas, same company. Just a nice striped pajama.
Yeah.
Inside, carbon lining.
Brilliant.
So you're lying in bed and you can pump away happily.
Are they quite?
Yeah, they do get quite hot. Yeah, so if it's too hot, take them off and put your fart pants on. But I have tested these, trapping my husband under the duvet, and they do work.
I love this. I love this. It's like, you know, he must be really enjoying this whole experience of living with you through this important stage in your life. Thank you for your humour.
It is really, really, really good fun. Really good fun. But another thing that quite a few people don't know about, and these things are expensive, right? So the pants and the pajamas are expensive. What is not expensive is spending 10 minutes after you've eaten your food meditating.
Yeah.
As bonkers as it sounds, you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system. So, you know, that is your rest and digest system. And I promise you, I often can't remember to do it or be bothered to do it, but it makes a huge difference. Meditate for 10 minutes and then walk around the block if you can. Stay away from carbs if you can, and you probably won't need the fart pants.
Have you tried any breathing before you eat?
No, tell me more.
Well, just because then you can activate the parasympathetic nervous system before you even start eating.
That makes loads of sense.
So you're sort of topping and tailing it then, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about 3 deep breaths. It's a little bit like when people do grace. If you think about it, they're taking that little bit of time to look at the food, say thank you for the food, and really look at that food. And if you do that, you're already activating your parasympathetic nervous system and getting your body ready to take that food on without the stress and the rush and the distraction. So just a little thought, you're breathing anyway.
Yeah.
Just take 3 or 5 nice deep breaths in where you look at that food. You're already putting your body in a much better place for digesting and not having so much wind afterwards. But that is a brilliant thing, 10 minutes after.
Yeah,
and I've worked with people with IBS, and doing things like that, sometimes they've done a little bit of yoga before their evening meal. It's made absolutely astonishing differences. So I love what you've just said there. Completely resonate with that. Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, right. I'm going to do that now. I will report back.
Love that. So I'll make a note of that too, and I'll pop that in the little I'll do a little summary afterwards and I'll share
perfect.
it.
Perfect.
Does that cover the wind section?
I think so. I've probably tried other things. Mint tea, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, next on our show and tell, sleep.
Which is a massive, massive issue. Massive issue. Well, it was interesting you were saying about yoga, because one thing I've tried, because I twitch. I twitch a lot. I know you can get kind of restless legs. I mean, my whole body twitches away like I'm a fish. I don't know what it's called. There's some kind of special name for it, and I did a post on it. But where you basically just lie in bed and just put your legs up the wall.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference. Again, it probably just taking the breath and calming yourself down, but that stops my legs twitching. That's made a huge difference.
That is a really big thing, sticking your legs up the wall. We should all be doing it every day. Oh, I think I did it for a few days and then forgot.
You see, but that's the other thing. I try a different thing each week, and even the stuff that works, I kind of forget because I've moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
I need to kind of stick to my core few things. Okay, so these were actually gifted to me, but then I bought 6 bottles myself. So this is City Survivor Magnesium. Okay, now I was making a huge mistake. I was taking magnesium to help activate my parasympathetic nervous system, help with period pains, help with brain fog, sleep, twitching legs, all of it. But I was just taking bog standard magnesium oxide from the chemist, which I hadn't realized isn't absorbed as well. And basically it's more useful if you were struggling to go to the toilet than to do all the things you wanted to do. So this is magnesium. I don't know how to say this. So one is citrate.
Yeah.
And the other is biglycinate.
Yeah.
Okay. These are amazing. So I take them about half an hour or an hour before bed, and they've made a huge difference. And my mum, who thinks everything I do is complete nonsense, has actually started taking these and swears by them. So if my mother thinks these work, they work. That
is great. Magnesium, generally speaking, I think many humans are depleted in magnesium.
Yeah.
I'm not really focusing on it enough. I know I'm not. There's different versions of magnesium for different function. That's why people love like an Epsom salts bath and things like that.
That works a treat again for so many things. Epsom salts,
so many things.
So many things. Athlete's foot as well. Thrush.
Yeah, all kinds of
legs,
stuff.
all of it. Yeah.
But it is really important what you just said. There are different. It comes in different types, and that is better for different things. So yeah, absolutely. What you just said there, spot on. Love it.
Yeah. The other one, I guess I got this myself, is the Better You, the magnesium sleep lotion. This was recommended to me after a post by lots of women on Instagram, and I used that for my twitching legs, and also just put it on the back of my neck, and that calms everything down. You don't want too much of this though, or you will end up racing to the loo first thing in the morning. But it also works. It will also work if you are constipated. That's been incredible.
Yeah.
And then the other one, again, recommended by lots of ladies. Can you see the deep sleep pillow spray? So that this works. But I was talking to Fiona from Harley Street Emporium, and she said that lots of people say not to spray it on your pillowcase because it can affect your skin. But I liberally spray it all over the shop, and I've had no problems at all. That's lovely. That's just quite calming.
Yeah.
And it's nice if you're away from home just to spritz it on the pillow.
I got a little one of those. I think it was in some nice hotel we stayed in once, a little mini one. It was lovely. It was
really soothing.
I wonder what's in it that can affect skin. I've been banging on lately about anything toxic in products that go near our skin.
Yeah,
but it might not be that. It might just be that if it's got essential oils and stuff, they can be pretty pokey, and they can cause skin irritation.
Yeah,
so
if you've got sensitive skin. Yeah. But I've had no problem at all, and this is something that I do every single night. I never forget to do this. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
Oh, and one other thing, this is quite amusing. Where have I put it? So with all the aches and pains and stuff I was getting, this was recommended by a lady on Instagram. And this wonderful thing is a knee pillow for side sleepers.
My mum's just given me one of those.
Oh, it's amazing.
I haven't opened it up. That's the shape of it.
Yeah, so sit your, you know, on your leg there, and you can just rest and then rest the other. It's lovely. Yeah, and then you rest the other one on top. And they're not uncomfortable at all. They don't wake me up. They don't, except if you're hot flush-tastic, it comes off and I chuck it across the room.
You need like a chilled one, an air-conditioned one. Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Plug it in and it cools it. I was given it. My mum gave it to me, and I haven't used it yet, thankfully, because I get such a bad lower back that when it goes, you just can't like sleep or get comfortable. And so she bought me one of those. So that's really good. Got that ready. Got that one ready. So that's
good. Definitely. Really, it aligns everything, your hips, and exactly, and it really helps. Yeah, to make sure you don't get aching backs and hips, and
love that.
That's just from Amazon.
Yeah,
just Google
you can get those anywhere.
Side pillows, side sleeping pillows, I think.
Okay, make a note of that. What a shopping list we're getting here.
I'll tell you though, the best thing is the meditation, and that's free. Meditation free, and my thing I'm always banging on about, cold showers. Turning the shower at the end of your shower for 30 seconds to 2 minutes for every single symptom. Every single symptom, mood, itchy skin, oh my goodness, you know, all of it, mood swings, hot flushes, brain fog, all of it. It's the best thing.
It's an incredible thing. It's forcing your body into a really acute stress situation, which sounds like it can't possibly be good for you, but it actually is, because that's our body likes to do that. It's like chronic stress it's not good at. Did you have you ever read or watched any of Wim Hof?
Yes, that's what got me trying it out in the first place. I haven't done any of the breath or anything, but that's
the first thing I tried. I thought, well, I'm going to get into this because I had some friends that were getting into their cold showers and I didn't want to miss out. Still can't get past about 50 seconds without swearing so bad and then throwing myself out of the shower in a panic, but I'm still trying. But the first time I did it was I did the breathing. I did it all. I did the breathing, held my breath for ages, did the breathing, then threw myself in a cold shower and nearly fainted.
Yes, that's the thing, because cold water shock, you don't want to chuck yourself in the sea.
Oh, you know, hyperventilating.
Yeah, totally. But we have a shower that has the handles on. So the former residents so I hold on to the handles. And go, I love it though. Love it.
I need to get back into it and do it for longer. What was I going to say about it? So if anybody wants to give that a go, cold showers, but they want a little bit of accountability, Wim Hof, I'll share that link. There is a little free app and you can get on there, can't you? I don't know if you bother doing that, and you can set yourself, you set the time and you get in the shower and the bell goes off when you stop, and it starts you at 20 seconds. Then the next day you say, right, it's the next day. Day 2 might be another 20 seconds. Day 3 might be 30 seconds. So over about 10 days, it gets you up to 2 minutes plus.
Oh, that's brilliant.
A little bit at a time, but with that little bit of accountability, which can be quite good. So I'll share that.
It'd be nice to do now when it's so boiling as well.
Exactly. I've got notes
right in the summer.
Focus on that more. But it is the health benefits. So what you're talking about today, we're sort of focusing on menopausal, perimenopausal symptoms. But the thing is, all the things you're talking about is good for everybody at any stage in their life.
Yeah.
And if we knew this stuff sooner and we started to bring some of this stuff in naturally, it could make our lives a lot easier when these symptoms start.
Absolutely. It's just basically body hacks, aren't they? Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's amazing. Right. So is that it with sleep?
That's it for sleep. Itchy skin, Mrs. Itchy skin next.
Itchy bits, yeah.
Oh, yes, and itchy bits. Itchy skin first. So this, again, I don't know if you can see it, but it's good old Avenu. But this is, I don't know how you say it. Again, I don't know how you say it. Colloidal.
Yeah, colloidal.
Colloidal oatmeal. It's just 100% colloidal oatmeal. Now, I've recommended this to a couple of friends who have woken up in the night scratching their legs so badly that their legs were bleeding.
Yeah.
If you stick yourself in one of these, so you just get a sachet, and it's for all sorts of stuff, chicken pox and poison ivy and, you know, sunburn, and you just stick it in the bath.
Yeah.
It's basically like having a bath in some very greasy porridge.
Yeah.
It's a bit grim. But my goodness me, it works. It just kind of feels like it coats your whole body. It's so moisturized, and you just no itching at all. Cold showers help with the itching as well because they're tightening the pores. But if you can't cope, yeah, try one of those baths, or again an Epsom salts bath helps as well.
Yeah.
With itching.
And this goes back to when the kids were little and they got chicken pox and they'd start with a bit of eczema. Oh, pop them in a bath with some oats. And it's such a lovely natural thing to do. It's not expensive. It's not harmful.
You don't need to buy these. Yeah, loads of women saying just put some oats in some tights.
Yeah.
And run the water through. Yeah.
So there's all sorts of ways of doing it, but it's a really good tip, because the first thing people want to do is resort to some kind of lotions and potions that are can be expensive, can be toxic, even though they're proclaiming that they're going to help your health. And our skin, it's really important what we put on our skin. It's our biggest organ, and we absorb 60% of what goes on it within 30 seconds. It's in our bloodstream. So sitting in a lovely hot bath of greasy oats, it's, you know, it's nourishing for the body, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely
brilliant. Okay.
Absolutely. Now this, for some reason, it took me ages to get round to buying some omega-7.
Yeah.
This was recommended to me over and over and over again. So I'd be like, I've got really itchy eyes, really dry eyes rather. I've got really itchy ears, you know, and people constantly telling me, go and get some. It's sea buckthorn oil, isn't it? Omega-7.
Yeah.
So I just went down to Holland and Barrett. And I've been taking this for now, I think this is coming up to, I think it's a 3-month supply in here, and it's nearly finished. And it's made a huge difference. And it's also made a difference to itchiness that, for some reason, as honest as I am, I can't really say out loud, and I feel hugely uncomfortable about. So I call it lady garden itching.
Yeah. Itchy pants.
Itchy bits.
Itchy bits.
Itchy bits. And that's what it's for. The female reproductive tract. It is to lubricate the female reproductive tract and your eyes and your nose and your mouth. That's the other weirdy one, burning mouth.
Yeah.
When you feel like you've scalded your mouth, and that's because the estrogen's gone down, lubrication's gone down, etc., etc. So that helps. This has been a massive game changer. Like all women should know that. We're all too embarrassed to say, look, 80% of us will experience vaginal dryness. I can't say it. So we're not recommending this to each other. I'm just so middle class.
It was like when you wrote about that, and I just put in vaginal atrophy.
It makes me feel sick. It totally freaks me out. I can't believe nobody's talking about it. No. When I first came onto Instagram and said that, you know, this is what I was doing. What's the name? So this is just the one from Holland and Barrett. It says omega-7. It's sea buckthorn oil capsule. So they have different ones that you can get, but that's what you want, omega-7.
Yeah.
With these ones, you start off taking 2 a day, I think, for 2 weeks, and then go down to 1 a day. They're really expensive.
Yeah.
I think that probably is what put me off for a while, but so many people were recommending it. And I have noticed the difference.
And now you know, you wouldn't think twice, would you? No. Because the quality of life it gives you. Yeah, right, fantastic. Hugely. Anything else on itchy bits?
No. And you're running out of time, aren't you? Shall we move swiftly to periods?
Yes, let's move on to that.
So again, this was a massive game changer. I genuinely thought, I didn't know what perimenopause was, but I knew menopause was that your periods got lighter, further apart, and then they just disappeared. But
who told you that?
That didn't seem to happen to me. So I went from like really light fairy periods, like really, now I realise, to 2 massive heavy ones a month, almost continuous spotting. Then that was about 2 years of that. Then I stopped for 6 months, and then flipping started again. So I've got 2 a month and heavy spotting. And these are the best things ever. Sleep shorts, right? They're just shorts. Look, they've even got pockets. You could answer the door to the postman wearing these.
Yeah.
And inside they are period pants.
Yeah.
Not massively heavy. So what was happening was I was like feeling constant period pains, thinking I couldn't judge anymore when they were about to start. So I was going to bed with a great big massive surfboard, which is in my pants, really uncomfortable, really not good for vaginal dryness, really expensive. I need to wear some pearls, vaginal dryness. And so if you wear these and they just go in the washing machine, you can wear these at night, and if anything happens, you know, you're not in any trouble.
And that is good, even like heavy flow.
Exactly, exactly. And so are these. Now
where are the shorts from?
These are from a company called, I'll have to send it to you, but I think it's Mobby Body, MOBIBODI, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's sleep shorts, but also there's Wucker. Everyone thinks I'm like an ambassador for Wucker and that I got paid to do their photo shoot. But I invited myself onto their photo shoot. So I did the shot in the alleyway in their pants.
I loved it.
And then said to her, "You need some Silver Sisters in your ad campaign." And she said, "Well, we're doing one on Monday." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll come down then." Totally invited myself down. So these are the undercrackers. Ooh, hold on.
I've just treated myself to a load of their undercrackers.
They're incredible, aren't they? They're incredible. And you don't have to, if you're not comfortable, if you want to wear them just as backup, you still wear a tampon and have these as backup, but you can get light ones for just spotting days. Yeah. I did a post ages ago on periods, and I got quite distressed reading the comments. You know, this woman talking about having this humongous period. She was in Disneyland wearing white jeans. You know, people telling, look, awful, really heavy because they're not used to it. Absolute game changer. And I'm not sponsored by Wucker, but they do box. Yeah, but I should be. They do boxer shorts, which work well for night as well.
Yeah,
that's what they gave me to wear in the ad campaign. They gave me the granny shorts.
That's great. Yeah, and it was brilliant. It looked brilliant.
And that is everything I have to show and tell.
I've made, look at all the scribbles. I'm going to do, so I'll share this, and then later when I've got time, I'm going to go back in and I'll write a little summary of the things that you've talked about. And if I can find their tags, I'll tag the companies so people can see. Obviously not sponsored. There's no payments involved in any of this.
No.
It's not a paid partnership. But it's just, you know, it's shortcuts for people if they want to look at what you've been doing as our amazing menopause guinea pig. And that's very kind of you to do all this for us to make our lives a little bit easier. This has been absolutely fantastic. We could talk for hours. Yes. Maybe you'll pop on again some other time and a reminder, talk about something else. But it's been the most fascinating thing. You know, you've tried all sorts of therapies as well, haven't you? That would be a good chat for another time.
Loads of stuff. Yeah, that would be good. I haven't done one of those. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So if anyone has any questions, just DM me.
Yeah, any questions, DM Elizabeth. I'll tag her later when I get around to doing a write-up. And it's been wonderful to see you. Keep having fun, enjoying all these things and sharing your knowledge. We rely on you.
Will do.
Have a great afternoon. Bye.